Assalamualaikum dear students. Welcome back in the Scholar Academy's online classes after Eid. आप सबको ईद बहुत बहुत मुबारक and a very hearty congratulations to the students of SSC for their great success. Very good dear students and keep it up. In today's video, we are dealing with the last 2 points of the chapter number 1 from part first. The name of the chapter is Gravity. And the points left are point number 1, potential energy, that is gravitational potential energy, and point number 2 is escape velocity. Both the points are very simple to understand, so let's get started with the video. And after the completion of these 2 points, I will make a quick revision of the chapter. The gravitational potential energy. It is the stored energy. We have seen it in earlier standard that potential energy is a stored energy in an object because of its position or state. An object at stable condition, it possesses some stored kind of energy. That energy is called as potential energy. And potential energy later on converts into kinetic energy. That's different thing. Okay. Now about potential energy or gravitational potential energy. It is a stored energy because of the state or the position of the object. I think it's clear now. The gravitational potential energy, whenever we increase the height or we increase the level of the object from the surface, it increases and it seems to be zero on the earth's surface. Okay, so this is our gravitational potential energy. For potential energy, we consider the formula mgh for an object of mass m at height h. This is the formula we consider for the gravitational potential energy. But if you consider a height of the object which is very large or at indefinite height, in such case the small g decreases. It becomes like zero. Whenever it decreases, the gravitational energy also decreases, and after decreasing at infinite height, the gravitational energy becomes zero. So it is more appropriate to consider the value of potential energy to be zero. Whenever it is less than zero at a height, it is negative. Potential energy is negative, is considered to be negative for is minus g m divided by r plus h. This is the potential energy of an object at a particular height, where m is the mass of the earth and r is the radius of the earth, whereas small m is the mass of the object and h is the height of the object. About gravitational potential energy. Now after this point we are having a point escape velocity. Escape velocity, as the name itself suggests, it is a velocity. It is the amount of velocity required by an object to escape Earth's gravitational field. Okay, I have made it up to the point that it is the velocity required by an object to escape, to overcome the gravitational field of the Earth. Okay, suppose imagine a ball thrown upward. When it is thrown upward, it will reach up to some height. After that, its velocity decreases and it comes to the ground level because of the gravitational force. Now, but if I throw a ball with somewhat higher force, it will reach a greater height and then it will come back. So, the more will be the initial velocity of the object for throwing it, the higher will be the height it will reach. For such cases, if you go on increasing the initial velocity up to some point, there will be a point where the velocity will be x. Suppose at that point the object will go higher and higher and higher, and even it can overcome the downpull or the gravitational force. Such velocity is called as escape velocity. It is the velocity required by an object to overcome the downpull and to escape the earth. Okay, now let's get started with our quick revision of the chapter gravitation. In the chapter gravitation, first we have seen the introduction of the gravitation. What is gravitation? We have seen that it is a universal force. Each and every object of the universe attract each and every other object. That was the introduction about the gravitation. After that we have seen force and motion. We have seen motion for changing the direction, for changing the speed of any object we require the force. After that we have seen circular motion and centripetal force. In this point we have seen what is circular motion and what is centripetal force. We have seen circular motion is the motion at the circumference of the circle, or it is a motion in a circular orbit, and centripetal force is a force responsible for circular motion. Then the next point was Kepler's law. Dear student, it is a very important point as per your examination point of view. It is the question which can be asked in your unit test, in your semester exam, even in your final exam. So it is very important question. It may become in the objective questions also. Kepler's law, we have seen there are 3 Kepler's law. You may go through the video. Then Newton's universal law of gravitation. This is another law in this chapter. We have seen this law also. The law says that every object in the universe others every other object with a definite force, and that force is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. So this was Newton's universal law of gravitation. Here we have seen this new term, that is capital G, that was universal gravitation constant. Its value is also mentioned 6.67 into 10 to minus 11. And then we have seen the problems. We have seen solved problems, and I have given you homework from your exercise questions. After problems, we have seen Earth's gravitational force. Here we have seen how do Earth exerts gravitational force, what is the nature of Earth's gravitational force. Then next point is Earth gravitation acceleration. Earth's gravitation acceleration, we have notation small g for it. Small g is shown for Earth's gravitational acceleration. We have seen it in detail. We have seen its value. We have seen its variation according to position. Then mass and weight. We have seen what is mass, what is weight, what is the difference between both of them. That was the point. Free fall. Free fall is the next point. Free fall. What is free fall? It is the fall under the influence of gravity alone. That's a free fall. Gravitational potential energy. What is gravitational potential energy and what is escape velocity? We have seen these 2 points in this video. So here we have finished our first chapter, gravitation from science and technology part 1. Inshallah, from the next video we are going to start the part 2, chapter number 1. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.